Good evening, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rock.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tavua. We love Today FM in Tavua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selena, I'm from Tavenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, Fiji waits for national budget. Nandrunga Nabosa under spotlight for wrong reasons. And court defers hearing on strikeout application.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
In just over an hour, all Fijians will know how their lives will be affected by the budget allocations for the 2017 to 2018 financial year. The Minister for Economy is expected to come up with new ways of stimulating the economy. And while there is going to be a keen interest in the budgets allocated for certain important ministries, there is certainly going to be a focus on any changes to the present tax regime. Akosita Tale reports.
The 2017-2018 national budget is expected to announce a budget deficit with expenditure more than revenue. So far, the government has planned for slight deficits for the sake of development, especially in the area of infrastructure. This trend is expected to continue. The International Monetary Fund had projected global growth to slow to 3.2% last year and 3.5% this year. And with Winston spoiling our economic growth party, our growth this year is expected to slow down as well. However, a growth is still expected, and this would mean a record 8 years of continued growth for the Fijian economy. According to accounting giants PricewaterhouseCoopers, fiscal deficit for 2017 and 2018 is forecast between 2 to 2.5% of GDP. As a result, our national debt, made up largely of domestic borrowings, was recently described by the International Monetary Fund as comfortable, and this is expected to reduce further, but albeit slightly, to around 48% of GDP in 2017 and 2018, and 47.3% of GDP in 2018 and 2019. As expected in every budget, duty on alcohol, cigarettes and sweetened carbonated drinks are expected to increase. With recent focus on the government's drive to have a smarter country, changes are also expected in the education sector to encourage more young Fijians to get better educated. The health sector has also come under a lot of scrutiny in recent times, and the accumulation of legacy issues over the past few decades is expected to be addressed in a big way if the recent announcement of recruitment of more doctors are any indication. Infrastructure development is expected to continue as in recent years, with the continued development of our roads high on the agenda. With Fiji playing a major role in the fight against climate change, we are expected to lead from the front and continue to punch above our weight with expectations of budgetary allocation for this campaign. There's also speculation that the transport industry will see some changes in order to improve this sector that has been traditionally plagued with problems, especially in the area of public transportation. With recent moves by the government in order to improve services for all Fijians, the civil service reform process is expected to culminate with some announcements regarding not only restructure of processes but civil service salaries, as well, with the government adamant about attracting the right people with the right qualifications. Akosita Tale, FBC News.
We now cross live to Akosita Tale, who's in Parliament waiting for the big announcements. Akosita, what else do you expect?
Jackie, one of the most important topics, or one where there has been much speculation on, is the country's tax regime. There has been changes in recent years on our taxes, and whether there will be an increase or decrease or even new policies introduced on our taxes, we do expect some movement on our current tax regime.
Akosita, earlier on you had mentioned about some of the country's major sectors. What other sectors do we expect receiving surprises from?
Jackie, the budget is always full of surprises. However, the government's focus is on improving the civil sector, and we do expect a civil service pay rise. However, we do expect money to be pushed into the health and the education sector, and it's only a matter of minutes till we find out the biggest news and announcements that will be announced by Minister for Economy, Ayaz Said Qayyum, right here in Parliament.
Thanks so much for that update, Akosita. Alarming reports on social and health problems have been revealed during the Nandronga Navosa Provincial Council meeting in Singatoka. The province has recorded the highest number of teenage pregnancies, school dropouts, communicable diseases and HIV cases, to name a few. Ropate Valeme reports.
Improper methods to dispose of rubbish has been a major cause of disease outbreak in the Nandronga Navosa province.
It's important that we change our mindset. If not, these diseases will keep on increasing. The Health Ministry cannot work alone, but we need the support of the Nandronga Navosa Provincial Council to fight these diseases.
The health inspector revealed some alarming statistics during the meeting.
For dengue, it's 152 cases, 25 cases of leptospirosis, 8 cases of typhoid, no cases as yet this year for AIDS, and 4 cases of tuberculosis, and TB has been dropped down to 4 cases.
Provincial Council Chair Ratu Isaiah Vosailangi says, as members of the council, they have lagged behind in disseminating important information to the people.
At the end of the day, I think each individual village, Turani Koro in particular, they should be one who sort of be the front of making sure that enforcing discipline within homes. I think we have a role as parents, mom and dads, to be part and parcel of that, making it happen.
Ratu Isaiah says the villagers need to relook at proper hygiene practices. The council is also looking at putting a ban on the use of plastic bags in the province. Ropate Valeme, FBC News.
The Tribunal Court has further adjourned for hearing the matter of the Home Affairs Ministry's application to strike out an application made by the Fiji Peacekeeping and Action Trustee Association for compensation against the state. The FPATA claims the state owes $250 million in compensation to former peacekeepers for taking part in overseas peacekeeping missions from 1978 to 2002. The association claims they are owed unpaid wages and allowances for duties performed under UN operations overseas. The case has been adjourned until 21st July because both parties did not file written submissions as ordered by the court. Still to come, 78 residential lots to be developed on Ithauke land. An FBC shares Spirit of Eid with the public. Details after the break.
Nimbula binaka na yavangunga andi moala rara ranalika o tikongona taon Singatoka ando talitaka na vakaronga ng Bula FM nambandua na sere.
Ya dora subuni kurnambili iborani batukara hambara binaranga do talitakina na vakaronga ng Bula FM nambandua na sere.
Bula FM nambandua na sere.
The Fiji National Provident Fund Board has declared an annual interest of 6.35% for the financial year ending 30th June. About $270 million will be credited to members' accounts tomorrow. Last year, FNPF declared a 6.25% interest that resulted in $239 million being credited to members' accounts. Chief Operating Officer Chochi Koroi says the rate declared is testament to the board's continued commitment to grow members' funds. A total of 78 lots will be developed as part of the 4 Ithauke development lands in the Western Division. 3 of these developments will be in Lautoka and 1 in Singatoka. This will cost around $4 million. These projects are residential subdivisions for the Ithauke landowners, which is being carried out under the government grant scheme. The contractor is expected to deliver each project within 3 months.
We have commenced work and we are looking very forward to working with the government, making this dream into a reality. Yeah, it goes with our motto of the company to do development, to develop Fiji in terms of subdivisions and infrastructure as well.
Thousands of Digicel and Unwired customers will be able to access a new data bundle launched today. Unwired has launched its 55 GB anytime data and 55 GB night bonus data at a lower price. Head of Commercial Residential Segment, Charlotte Taylor, says customers will have access to data at any time.
Everyone wants to stay connected and they want to be able to communicate with families via social media, via Skype, be it emailing, all of the things that watching movies, downloading, they can now do that with a great new data bundle of 55 GB anytime data at a much lower price of $49.95 a month.
The Fiji Broadcasting Corporation staff shared the spirit of Eid with the public this morning. The radio personalities from all 6 stations were out early sharing sweets with the morning commuters. This was done in 3 divisions.
This is a way of thanking our listeners, reaching out, branding ourselves in different towns to say thank you, really, and to get people into the spirit of enjoying each other's festivities, because this is what Fiji is all about.
Encouraging people, yeah, especially as school students and public.
It's very good to share with the public. I appreciate.
Up ahead in sports, Minister expects less funds for sports. And flying Fijians to name squad tomorrow. This and more coming up.
I'm under of Neabu whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Tano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hundreds gathered at the Nandi Civic Centre today to witness the weighing-in of boxers taking part in tomorrow's Canada-Fiji Southern promotion. All eyes were on Sebastian Singh and Junior Farzan Ali, who looked ready for one of the biggest nights of boxing in Fiji. Rohit Deo reports.
This is what the people came to see, and they got what they wanted.
I'll come through my game plan and I'll finish him off. Yeah, but our doctors get ready. Bounce is getting broken.
If you're confident of beating someone, there's nothing to complain about. I guess he's not sure himself what he's here to do. He's been making a lot of noise throughout the weeks, but I've kept myself in silence because, I prepared myself to the max, and we've trained really hard for this fight.
Singh weighed in at 66.8 kg, while Ali weighed in 7 kgs lighter at 59.8 kg.
In a sport like boxing, you can't really predict because one punch can change the whole scenario. Me and my team, we've worked on a game plan, and we plan on just sticking to the game plan.
It's a knockout fight. Knockout. It's not 10 rounds. It won't gonna last 10 rounds because he's just a chicken fighter. He never fought a fighters like I have fought in my life. And he's not that gutty like I am gutty. I am hungry for him. I will eat him and throw him in the ring.
The crowd gathered here today gives a clear indication on the expectations on tomorrow's bout.
The crowd was really magnificent, and you can expect like what the crowd's going to be like tomorrow. And we expect a big crowd, and as you know, it's been hyped up so well.
A lot has been said about this promotion in the last 1 month, and for sure the battle is on. Who will reign supreme and who will be forced to take the awards back? Only time will tell. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Vodafone Flying Fijians prop Campisi Ma'afu will join the camp in Nandi on Monday. Coach John McKee confirms that Ma'afu will be part of the team for the Pacific Nations Cup. McKee is expected to name 16 forwards and 12 backliners for the game against Tonga next Saturday.
Campisi will be joining the team in Nandi next Monday. We'll know more towards the end of the week. We'll just monitor those guys each week and then make a judgment on Friday as to whether the individuals will be ready for the following Saturday.
Minister for Youth and Sports Laisini Tuitumbo expects a little allocation change in the new budget. Tuitumbo says they work closely with the Fiji National Sports Commission to prepare their wish list for the new financial year. Vashnil Prasad reports.
With less overseas engagement in the 2017 and 2018 financial year, the Sports Ministry is not expecting much increase in their budgetary allocation.
The last submission was we include the Olympic Games and the South Pacific Games. So that is realistic that this year will be more or less.
Fiji National Sports Commission received $7 million last year and is expecting the same this year.
But we are also part of the
National Rugby Cup of Australia now, remember. And that's in this year's fiscal budget. So we will be playing top Australian teams, and they will be coming here too. It's not just it's a home and away tournament. Yeah, government announced that last year it was over 2 million. I think it'll be the same.
Sports development is a new area, and the Commission will use a large chunk of funds to prepare for the 2020 Olympic Games that will be held in Japan. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Conditions were mostly cloudy around the nation today. In the west, it was dry with cool temperatures. Eastwards from Pack Harbour to Suva, drizzles made conditions cooler. And up in Vanua Levu, it was dry with rain indicated for later tonight. At sea, southeast winds gusting up to 35 knots with rough seas. And for the tides, high tide tonight will be at 10:27 with a low tide at 4:29. Sunrise will be at 6:38. For tomorrow, Suva and Savusavu will be a bit cloudy. Other areas will be fine. Tomorrow's temps, Suva, Ba and Savusavu will be cool at 24 degrees. And looking ahead to Saturday, the same weather pattern will continue. And that was your short news bulletin for tonight. And with all the excitement building up for the national budget announcement, join Stanley Simpson live from our studio straight after this in the build up to the announcement. The budget address will air at 7:30 p.m. on FBC TV and on our sister radio stations Radio Fiji 1, Radio Fiji 2 and Gold FM. It will also be live streamed on the FBC TV Facebook page. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, FBC_news for budget updates throughout the evening. Until then, from the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye for now.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची FM सुनती हूँ. मिर्ची FM is #1. It's so hot.
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची FM सुनो अच्छा लगे. मिर्ची FM is hot.
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेफ्रिकी से. मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची FM सुनते हैं. मिर्ची FM is hot. I love मिर्ची FM.
हमें स्पिन टकता हुआ कि मिर्ची FM में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.